Hey guys, a big welcome to all my new subscribers, the hundreds of you that have joined Boating for Beginners this month, okay? Thanks for coming aboard guys, it's great to have you with us, and here's another fantastic tale of Captain's Tales. Check it out.
The sensible ones turn back.
Okay Ricky, you've got a little black book here, is that full of girls' phone numbers or?
Just how powerful and bad the sea can get.
Welcome to all my new subscribers. Great to have you on board, guys. Let's rock. Hello, buddy, and what's your name?
Ricky Jenkins.
Okay, this is a lovely boat you got here, Ricky. What make of boat is this?
It's a Merry Fisher 585, 5 metres, 5.85 metres.
Oh, beautiful. So this is a really nice boat you got here.
Yeah, it's a good boat, French built of course, and yeah, got a lot of fun out of it. It's got the wheelhouse, you know, a cabin there.
Yep.
It makes for a good fishing boat.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? You've got it well kitted out, buddy, haven't you?
It's got 100 horsepower Yamaha motor on the back.
Yeah.
And the auxiliary there is a 9.8 Tohatsu.
Right. And what's the top sort of knottage roughly would you say you've got out of the Yamaha?
I've had about 35 knots.
Have you?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Ricky, what advice would you give new boat owners?
Take your time. Gain experience, nice and easy, nice and slowly. Unfortunately, experience is something you don't get until just after you need it, which is a fact. But you know, learn your ropes, okay? Learn your knots. Situation of an emergency, you don't want to be thinking, well, how do I do this? How do I do that? You want to do the knot. Yeah, and another thing I learned was an anchor for deep water. Just along here, along the coast, it's very rugged and it's got cliffs, but the cliffs drop straight down into the sea, and in some places it's still 200 feet deep there. So if your engines fail while you're near the rocks, what I've got there is a normal anchor, on a chain and a rope, so that you've got the road, but inside here I've got 100 metres of very strong but thin rope so as it can fit into a rugged bucket.
Got you.
So I'll just put that on my cleat or on my bollard. I'll throw the anchor over if I'm drifting or out of control, and then hopefully that will stop me from you know, riding up onto the rocks.
That's a great
I can prepare me motors and sort them out.
Yeah, that's a great, excellent point. Yeah. Okay, Ricky, we're at the helm now. So what have you got on board here?
Well, I've got a fixed compass on the dash there. That's obviously that'll come in handy if the GPS goes down. It's misty out there and I don't know where I am in the bay or surrounding areas. I've got fixed points in my book where I know if I know I'm in that area, I can go on a bearing and get me back to port safely.
Great, yeah.
We've got the fixed VHF radio, very important, comes out with weather reports, and obviously channel 16 is the standby channel. The Port Authority have got a 24-hour listen on that, and of course we can contact other boats in an emergency.
Guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, then ring that bell. It'd be great to have you on board.
Next to that, I've got my GPS and fish finder.
All right.
Very handy. Of course, it gives you your depth you're in. You know, any fish that are down there. If you're a fisherman,
yeah.
Gives you all your coordinates and your mapping. Because I go out a lot on my own. I don't normally put it on if I'm away from this position.
Yeah.
Sorry, if I'm at this position. But if I need to move around, I'll put the kill switch on, attach it to myself, so as if I do fall overboard, it'll kill the engine.
Right. How long have you been boating, Ricky?
Yeah, just about 5 years.
Yeah. And you're enjoying it, obviously.
Oh, it's fantastic.
What would you say was your first experience of owning a boat?
Yeah, well, it's I actually had a small boat over there. That was my first boat. I've obviously sold that on since.
Yeah.
a fantastic experience, which obviously led me into getting the bigger boat.
Right.
Enjoyed it very much.
Yeah. Can we have a look at your cabin, mate?
Yeah, sure.
So this is your cabin then. This is nice. Feel like a little mini home.
Yeah,
So you've got some equipment in there, buddy, haven't you?
yeah, we've got a cooker, fishing rods, snorkeling equipment, obviously all the safety equipment and what have you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yes.
Spare fuel can. Yeah. Awesome.
One thing that's commonly overlooked is something that your boat lives on for perhaps 4, 5 or 6 months a year, and that's the trailer.
Oh yeah.
Just to make sure that it's serviceable, it's lubricated, your wheels are in good condition, they're greased, your rollers and your winch strap.
Oh yeah.
Leaving them out in the sun, the UV deteriorates, you know, or delaminates the rubber or the plastic.
That's a good
and
point.
the hitching mechanism is serviceable and working.
Yeah.
Because of course, if you own a motorboat, then and you're in and out the water, you got to make sure that it's serviceable.
Yeah. What would you say was your first mistake? What did you learn first?
It was really unprepared for things like your ropes in place. So what I do now, in an urgent situation or in an emergency, have your ropes ready to go. So I'll have one on the bow, you know, and a few at the stern there, just in case you need to come alongside another boat for any reason, or you need to come alongside the quayside.
Yes.
Your ropes are ready to go.
What would you say is the biggest mistake that most boaters make when they first get their own boat?
In my experience from watching other people going out from here for the first time, it's they haven't looked at the weather or been prepared for the weather. That's one of the biggest ones. It's not just the waves, it's the swell, it's the wind. For example, this is quite a high-sided boat, so when I'm coming in here, and it's only got to be about 15, 13 knots, and I've really got to adjust my angle of approach when I'm coming in to compensate for a relatively light wind.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen it a couple of times where people have gone out, they've also nicked the rough stuff out there, and the sensible ones turn back, but you've seen others go out there, and they shouldn't really be out there.
Also guys, check out the description below, because down there are links to the top 10 videos of this channel. Check it out guys, you'll just love them. Any other advice you'd like to pass on to new boaters?
I've always found a good thing to do is, because we all like to take passengers on our boat, give them a good day out, and obviously to have a good day you don't want anything to go wrong. So what I normally do is just take them all for a safety brief, like you do on an aircraft, you know.
Yeah.
But take them for, let them know where the life jackets are, explain about the radio, so if anything happens to me, then they're not nervous about getting on the radio. Explain to them that they're not worried about voice procedure, the port authorities, just get on there, give them a rough explanation of what the problem is. And what I always do as well, pick the most competent person out of your passengers and show them how to take the boat out of gear and slip it into neutral. And when you get out there, actually do a physical demonstration of it and a practice of it, just so as if anything happens to you, they're not worried about a boat, you know, running away, and they can put it into neutral and stop the boat.
That's a brilliant idea. Yeah, great. Some great advice there, Ricky.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Ricky, you've got a little black book here. Is that full of girls' phone numbers or?
Yeah. Well, it's not full of boys' numbers. Yeah, the old black and red book. I've got this simply because, and I only use it for if a pan or a mayday call comes over or someone needs assistance. They'll always give their coordinates. So I'll listen on the radio. I'll write down the coordinates. And then I'll check on my GPS as to whether I can render any assistance to the person if they're close enough. And yeah, that's what that's for.
That's a brilliant idea. Sea conditions. Have you had any experiences with really bad sea conditions at all?
Yeah, I did go out once, and this is where you gain experience. I took my daughter and my 2 granddaughters around the Drapanos Peninsula there, and it wasn't forecast on any of the websites I use or the apps I use, and the sea just started kicking up. I've made them all don their life jackets. There's no shame in asking your passengers to don a life jacket if you think that it's just kicking up a bit. When I come, kept the boat under control. It was okay, but it made me wary about just how powerful and bad the sea can get.
Yeah. So it's quite a shock to you then.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, my friend, and sharing all your experiences and advice. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem.
All right, thanks a lot, mate. All the best. And thanks for all your fantastic comments, guys, and all your likes. You have been awesome. More videos on the way.